What's up, guys?
What's up, man?
Just gonna level with you right now. This is like take fucking 3.
Yeah, our technology's like super fucking advanced, so we're having a hard time working it.
Yeah, we tried to live tweet this. It didn't work. We can't live tweet. Don't have the data. Don't have the fucking internet resources. Then, our camera equipment consists of our phone, and then one of those little fucking pegs that you get from like Walmart.
Yeah.
That you like stick to your phone.
Yeah.
The little son of a bitch fell off last time, which disconnected the charger, which for some reason ends the video.
Yeah, I don't
know.
understand
I don't
it.
know why.
So now we have like the pig, and then we have our wallets back behind it, and
Yes,
stuff like that. Our wallets have a lot of money in
Fuck
them.
yeah, and the pig, we keep having to adjust the pig. Like, we have a Kobe Bryant picture behind us that we like, oh, we were so obsessed with getting it centered in the middle of this video for your fucking sake.
Yeah, and now we don't even care.
Yeah, now we just like,
Kobe's
whatever,
back
I'm not
there.
gonna frame this shit.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm just gonna take whatever video, and that stupid pig's gonna ruin it anyway.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna set a glass. Hopefully that'll, nope, can't do that. There's nothing to put in front of it that won't block it.
No.
We're just going with the pig. Alright. So,
Anyways, like during that, he got a text from a Las Vegas area code.
yeah.
And it's weird. Every once in a while, he'll get texted. It was for a while there. It was every day.
Oh yeah, it's back. To like
Is it still every day?
Yeah. Now that preseason started.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it'll be like a pick of the day.
Mhm.
And like we've never signed up for anything, or
I don't
like,
ever respond.
Yeah.
So I get these stupid pics. A while back, we were at work and Vegas had texted me like every now and then, like, you gotta go with it too. Like, oh, here's Vegas. They're like, hey, I got this sweet pig and it's the fucking T-Wolves -10. And you're like, well, yeah, why are the T-Wolves -10 anyway?
Right.
I'll go with it.
Right.
So like, at one point Vegas went 0-3. Like, this guy kept sending me sure things, and it was like 0-3 in a row. And then he lost that night too, and he just sends back.
flipped
Yeah, he
out.
sends back. Fuck all you guys. Like, apparently he just quit or got fired or whatever, and he freaked out. Like, why does it fuck me? Like, you
Yeah,
suck. Like,
yeah.
if I'm putting your fucking picks on the line, I'm losing money because you suck ass. So if you hear me, you Vegas fuck, quit texting me because you can't pick shit.
Yeah. And then you flip out on us.
Yeah, oh, it's my fault.
Yeah.
So, reaching back to last week, we had our first podcast for the Average Size Junk Show, and you guys, 12 people watched it. We know at least 2 of the views were from us.
Yeah.
Um,
But I think we had some solid ones in there.
yeah, I think a couple of you guys were real. Hopefully, if you watched it and liked it, hopefully watch this one again. And we really encourage you guys, even if it's something just completely ripping on us and destroying us, just answer back so we know you're a real person. Tell us like, hey, we watched the show. You fucking suck. Please kill yourselves.
Right, that's cool. I
You
mean,
know? Yeah, we don't
it's whatever,
really
yeah.
give a shit.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, another thing we were talking about, we went into a little bit. The last pick we just got was the Jets +4. Vegas, fuck off. Like, I don't, they're the Jets. I don't care if it's preseason or not.
Yeah,
It fucking
they're-
sucks. So we got into talking about Hackenberg. He got kicked out of a practice the other day.
For what?
He got kicked out because he couldn't break the huddle in time in practice. So it had to happen enough times that finally the coaching staff, what is it, Todd Bowles, was finally
Yeah.
like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Like, so it goes back to something me and him talk about all the time, that, you know, sometimes when you see these teams picking players, you're like, I could fucking do that. Like,
Yeah, and you know, like we live in the heart of Big Ten country. We're about 3 hours from Columbus, a little bit less. We're about 3.5 from Happy Valley. We're close to Ann Arbor, East Lansing, everything. So, I mean, even though neither of us are Big Ten fans, that's the majority of what you see on TV.
mhm.
And, you know, from our fair share of Penn State games, you could tell Christian Hackenberg was not an NFL quarterback. He's barely a college quarterback.
He's always been terrible. I mean, he's
Yeah.
a statue. He stands there. I'd have put in Joey Todas before.
Yeah.
The big fat kicker. I'd have put him
Yeah.
in there before. He just sucks. He's terrible. He has no mobility. He overthrows everybody. He throws picks constantly. We threw that was Blake Bortles. Threw 5 picks in practice the other day.
Yeah, but
Same
thing.
difference,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
At least Christian Hackenberg had a few years of experience, but yeah, I mean, for him to go in the second round, I mean,
ridiculous.
It's just ridiculous. It makes no sense. That's why the Jets are the Jets.
Right.
So don't listen to Vegas. Don't take the Jets +4. They fucking suck.
Yeah.
I don't even remember who they play because it's fucking preseason. Who really cares? But I'd take whoever it is. I wouldn't really even care.
And I mean, like, it just comes back to, like, we make our picks throughout the season, and you know, no matter what season it is, baseball, basketball, hockey, football, tennis, you know, golf, whatever, and you know, our picks are on par. You know, sometimes better than Vegas, sometimes worse. So all these things that you're paying hundreds of dollars for, and you know, somebody might have, you know, they might specialize in something and pick like a few games that they're sure on. Look, the games that we have like a sure thing on, we're just every bit as good as them, and we're not going to charge shit.
Yeah, so
You know,
you're not going to get a lot of picks out of us right now. For one,
Right.
We're having trouble getting the video. Like we said, our tech fucking sucks. My phone bill was like astronomical last week or last month because I tried to upload the last video off of like 4G and it just like skyrocketed over on Verizon. They don't give a fuck. They just keep charging you. So yeah, we're having trouble getting things on time. Like once football season comes around, we'll get you more timely. Especially right now, I'm on days, so we're on opposite shifts.
Yeah, you got that weird sleep schedule now. You sleep
Yeah,
like at night and you're up
sleep
during
from
the
10
day.
to 5.
It's just so weird.
Like, let me tell you, like I know most of you are probably day people, but I don't know what the fuck you do all day. Like we all text at work or fucking surf the internet at work. Like nothing's going on. Like even celebrities have
weird.
shit to do in the day. Like it's fucking boring. Nothing's going on. I hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we try to draw like a life experience every week for this show. Last week we had a cool story where we won money at the casino and then we won free tacos at Taco Bell. Today, not much to pull from. It's like morning here, kind of afternoon now, but we started hanging out in the morning. We got some workout in, and then we went out to Taco Bell again. Didn't get free tacos. Nothing cool there. And then we were coming home and we were passing a what was it, like an AutoZone? What is that?
I think it's an AutoZone, yeah.
AutoZone,
It's
yeah,
straight at the top of my
whatever.
street.
Yeah.
And
Go ahead.
yeah, so they had this at a car wash there. It was for Boardman's the city I live in. It's a suburb of Youngstown. And it was Boardman Middle School cheerleaders, I believe.
Yeah, it was.
And it just brings us to this, you know, it's 2017, and we're talking, it's 2017, and there's everything politically correct, this and that, and obviously for a lot longer than, you know, any of the other stuff and the, you know, the racial tension and the sexuality stuff, homosexuality, transsexual, all that, you know, underage girls and underage, you know, stuff like that, that's been taboo for a long fucking time.
Yeah, and it's something that people are so sensitive to everything now.
Right.
I mean, every story's got to be turned political and turned racial or sexual or something.
Right, and then you have these girls, you know, 13, 14, up to 17, you know, when the high schools do it, you know, prancing around next to nothing, you know, covered in water. Like, I mean, it's just, it's sexual. That's what it is. That's, you know, and that's what it's always been.
The first music video I ever beat off to was "Boots Were Made for Walking"
Yeah.
by Jessica Simpson.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was so sexual if you've ever watched that video.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just inappropriate to have these girls out there selling their bodies
It is.
at a car wash.
It is, and it's, you know, if you have, like, everybody loves fucking Girl Scout cookies, you know,
Right.
the little girls do. So, you know, either sell those or, you know, do a bake sale or do something. I mean,
Right.
you can set up shop. You know, I'm sure a lot of local businesses, even like corporate businesses, have no problem with you setting
Yeah,
up.
well, you can't go into Walmart without somebody hounding you for something. So.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
exactly.
Text from my wife. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Just wish that would clear so I could see.
Yeah.
I want to see my face. So, yeah, that's our take on that. Like, just stop at the car washes. It makes you look like a creeper. If you're not with your like girlfriend or wife, or if you're not a parent of one of those kids, like, just don't go there. It's
No,
fucking weird.
It's not.
And if you have a kid, don't like just suggest they do a bake sale. Jesus. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
just stop with
and
the
those
car
places
washes.
are always fucking packed, and you know the type of
Right.
people. It's gonna be your 40 and 50-year-old,
Yeah,
like
all the people that we
fucking-
work with.
Yeah,
They're
pretty much the people we work with.
Be there and
And I mean, I live the area that I live in too. It's you know, I guess it's considered a suburb, but I mean, we have you know, the road that I live right off of is, you know, it's the busiest road in our county, in our Tri-County area actually. So I mean, there's like 4 or 5 car washes
Right.
within, a couple miles
And
of
some
here.
of them
Like
have
you don't
fucking
have-
lasers.
Yeah, like you don't
laser
need to go
car
to that
washes.
shit.
That
It's,
sounds amazing. It
yeah.
sounds Star Wars-esque.
Yeah, it does.
So yeah, we don't understand it. That's our take of the week. Stop with the creepy car washes. It's weird. Even high school, like stop it. Just
Yeah,
if they're underage,
yeah.
stop it. College
Okay.
girls, go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry
yeah,
about
that's
it.
cool.
We don't care.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, we're okay with it.
I would probably go.
I
But-
probably wouldn't because my car and like I'm kind of fat.
Yeah,
and,
we'd be- yeah,
my
it
car's
would
a
be-
piece of shit. It'd be just embarrassing. They just laugh at me.
Yeah.
Just show 'em everything average about myself.
Right.
So this week we're actually going to start off with some NFL. The news of the last couple days that broke was about Ezekiel Elliott, and he got in fucking trouble. Oh, surprise, surprise! An NFL player doesn't make it to the season before he gets suspended. This suspension was actually, I believe it was from like his last year at Ohio State, so it's
Yeah.
not even like recent. You want to share your thoughts on it first?
Yeah, I don't agree with it. I'm I'm okay with a 6-game suspension for domestic violence. Obviously, domestic violence is terrible, but I don't know. Like it
At least you
happens.
didn't go to one of those car washes.
Well, yeah, yeah, that's true. But I mean, they don't have. He wasn't convicted of anything. Now, supposedly they have some PIs and they have some hard evidence that shit happened. I just don't like the inconsistency with it. I think that you have guys like Pac-Man Jones just running around with guns and hookers and whatever, and
Or
it's
Cobb, he hopes he dies.
yeah, and then and then he's back in the league, no problem. It's like, I mean, Plaxico Burress shot himself in the dick, and then we talked about that last week.
Yeah, we did.
And
don't bring sweatpants. You can bring all the guns you want.
Yeah.
Don't wear sweatpants
Yeah.
to the strip club.
and he was back as soon as his balls healed. I mean, it's just
Never the same though.
no, that's true. It's just I feel like it's inconsistent. And I feel like somebody that gets for 6 games for something that you weren't convicted of. I don't know. I just don't like it.
For me, see, I take a different standpoint. Even though I am a Cowboys fan, like I love the Cowboys. I'm Ohio born, but I always feel like I have to justify it when you say you're a Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
like, oh, well, he's just a front runner. Like, for one, they've sucked since I was a child, but the local team here is either the Browns or the Steelers. I hate the fucking Steelers, and the Browns didn't exist when I was getting into football. So follow the team that's on TV. It's the Cowboys. Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin. Like, what's not to like about that?
Right.
So I'm a Cowboys fan, and obviously, we're gonna miss Zeke for 6 games, almost half the season. It sucks. But my take on it is, for one, they can do a little bit of a different investigation than the Columbus police can. The Columbus police have their resources, and they have to make a decision whether to pursue a case or not based on, do we think we can find him guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, which is how the criminal system works. They obviously either it was a bias because he played at Ohio State and this was in Columbus. It was either a bias, we don't want to be the ones to fucking pursue charges on Ezekiel Elliott, or they just didn't have the resources and didn't have the right avenues to find the information that the NFL supposedly found to really push a charge. The other thing I know about this is that the NFL, I mean, it's written right into the contractual obligations that they can pursue their own line of justice, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
To say that an organization like the NFL is qualified to pass out punishment that the police themselves weren't able to pursue, or the court
Right,
system.
right.
It's ridiculous because as a governing body, traditionally the NFL, and especially the NCAA, suck at that.
Yeah.
They're fucking terrible
Yeah.
at it. I mean, it's just year after year after year something stupid. But I mean, the players get a say in this. They have a players' association. Like they can vote against this, just like
Right.
the NBA players can vote against, vote down different legislation that league tries to pass out. You come to terms with things and then you bitch about it as a player. Like Chris Paul is always bitching about things. He's the president of the fucking NBA
Yeah.
Players Association.
Yeah, exactly.
So, if the NFL Players Association isn't making a big deal out of the fact that it says right in the statute that the NFL can pursue their own investigation and hand out their own punishment, if you don't vote against that, then you're held to that standard. And it says it right in their fucking contracts. Obviously, the NFL's been caught with egg on their face over domestic violence every year for the last 5 years in some
Yeah.
sort. The worst one being Ray Rice, where they weren't going to do anything to him, and then the video came out, and they had that video the whole time, and then it came out afterwards, and they looked like fucking assholes. And, you know, the Ray Rice situation had to be handled by the Ravens themselves.
Right.
Essentially.
I mean, the biggest thing for me is, you know, like, and I think it goes without saying, but like, you know, the average NFL span for, you know, I think it's 4 years, but I mean, even if you're like a good player, a starter, it's probably like 7 years or so. You can't go 7 years without beating the shit out of your fucking girlfriend. You know what I mean? Like, just stop.
And
you know,
what is it that
I
all
don't
of
give a
sudden,
shit.
man?
I don't give a shit about your upbringing. I don't give a
Yeah.
shit about you make okay. Maybe you had like a shitty time and when you were younger, this or that. Okay, well you're a multimillionaire now. Like, you don't have to fucking drive drunk. You don't
Right.
have to fucking, you know, beat the shit out of your girlfriend. You don't have to do any of this shit. You know?
Like, look, I have a DUI already. Like, I realized how bad that sucked. Like,
Yeah.
you could realize from seeing other people how bad it fucking sucks. Guess what I do now? I take fucking Uber everywhere.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be drinking. So why the fuck would you?
And we're poor. Like,
Yeah, we're
imagine if
fucking
you're
dirt poor.
Yeah. Imagine if you have all that money.
Yeah,
you
you have a
have
fucking somebody who can drive you
Drive
around.
you fucking take a
Yeah.
limo everywhere. Who cares?
Yeah, who cares? Stop driving.
Yeah.
Just cut the fuck out.
Yeah.
Take an Uber. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Like, you know, and yeah, stop beating your women. Just get rid of them. Like,
And so now this,
Jesus.
I don't know if there's a civil suit pending or not, but this,
I think
this is going to go into it if there's not.
I think there's going to be videos that are going to come out soon if the NFL gets a big backlash
Yeah.
about it. I think on the civil side, the girl backed out of it. You know,
Okay.
they get pressure from God knows where.
Oh yeah.
You know, the people in Columbus are probably threatening them every day, like, don't you dare fucking pursue charges on Zeke.
Right.
Which, it's funny because people around here hate the fucking Cowboys, but they're
Yeah.
up in arms about this.
Oh, yeah,
because
yeah.
it's an Ohio State person. If it was just fucking Darren McFadden, they'd be like, why is he only punished for 6 games? Fucking
know.
push it further. So, you know, like, the bias is ridiculous. But, I mean, it's just a situation where the NFL can't get caught with egg on their face again. If they punish them for no games or punish them for 2 games, and then all these pictures come out of this girl just battered to shit, they're going to look stupid. So it's
Right.
probably a case of playing it safe.
Yeah.
rather
I
than-
just wish that they would have actually come out with that shit and actually had a case that was set, that was done before they said, okay, you're done for 6 games.
Right.
I mean, you still
but
have.
If they do that, then you might tarnish Zeke's image forever.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, if these
That's
pictures
true.
come out, they're like, oh, okay, here's the pictures. This is why we punished Zeke for 6 games in accordance with the policy that came out after Ray Rice, which is 6 games for beating a woman.
Right.
You know, then those pictures come out, they release them themselves. You're tarnishing the image of one of your top young players in the league.
Yeah, that's true.
So, you know, do people ever get back to liking him, to rooting for him? Can I wear a Zeke jersey? Probably I would, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
you probably can if you don't want to be seen as a douchebag.
Right.
Athletes you're getting held in a different light now. It's almost to the point where you can't get away with the things you used to get away with because of social media and everything. They're actually being held to the same standard. And I think that's why you got things like Zach Randolph, which is our next follow into.
Yeah.
You know, they get caught for these things because once they get caught, it can't be buried anymore. It just gets out to the public because everybody knows it happens.
Right.
Do you want to talk a little bit about Zach Randolph?
Yeah, so he
His
was.
genius shit?
Yeah. So he was arrested with marijuana possession with intent to sell. I mean, he wasn't going to sell it. He doesn't have to sell marijuana. It's just that he had.
Says, why do you have that much fucking pot?
It's because he had that much. I don't know why he had it, but like the reason why. I mean, when they see that much pot, they automatically are going to charge you with intent to sell
Right.
because that's what they think it is. I don't know why he had that much. There's no reason for him to sell it. It's not going to be anything near what he.
Well, he did
makes.
sign. What was it? Was it the veterans minimum he signed?
He might have. So maybe he's a little bit concerned about it.
He's taking the hit.
But look, did you 35 years old? Come on, you got to know better than that.
Fuck
You
up,
know,
Zebo.
seriously.
Like, for one, you should have been playing for like the Spurs this year. Why the fuck did you go to the Kings anyway?
Yeah.
You fucking stupid. And then, you know, you leave the team that you played for the best years of your career. The
Yeah.
only team you probably really fit into that well because you're just a fat hustle player.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you could go to the Spurs and help, you know, a team out, maybe win a championship before you're done. But you go to the fucking Kings where you have no
Well,
chance.
he's probably so fucked up when he made made that decision.
Yeah, apparently.
I mean,
yeah,
that's-
maybe that could be evidence against him actually with intent to sell. Because
Yeah.
be like, look, I just signed with the Kings. Obviously, I'm fucked out of my mind at all times.
Yeah.
Hey, look, guys, we can pitch things.
Yeah.
Jacko Travelers, the son of
Yeah.
the Pumpkin Shandy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
about to be fall.
It's about to be
football
fall.
season
It's
and
about
pumpkin.
to be football.
And look, I'm such a fucking basic white bitch when it comes to
We
fall. We
both
both
are.
are.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing better than just pumpkin beer,
spice.
pumpkin
My sperm
spice. Yeah,
tastes like pumpkin.
Yeah.
Nobody would
Yeah.
know, but
I mean,
Um,
I would pumpkin pie, pumpkin everything,
pumpkins.
bonfire, hoodies.
Yeah.
You know, just the whole fall thing.
This
you
is
know,
the only
love
reason
it.
to live in Ohio is you get like the coolest fall.
You do.
It's like
you
fucking
do.
70 degrees. There's leaves. It's fucking cool weather. I mean, you only get it for like a month. It's like
Right.
in Ohio, it works this way: spring's cold as fuck still. Winter lasts till like April.
Yeah.
Spring sucks, and then you go straight to like 95 degrees in the summer, and it's hot as balls. Then it gets like cold in the summer for some reason.
Yeah.
And then September comes around, and it's like, oh yeah, well, it will be 90 again. Because why not? So it gets hot as fuck. But then like October and like through the middle of November, you get like the most awesome fall
Yeah.
fucking weather.
Other than those, it's like super, especially spring. It's super. It's not gradual at all. It's supposed to be gradual. It's not gradual. I mean, you wake up one day and it's 90 degrees, and the next day it's 20, and you don't even think twice anymore. because
Everybody's
it's-
sick
Yeah,
constantly.
yeah,
That's why I don't know if Ohio is considered a flyover state, but it is. If you're
Yeah.
wondering,
Yeah.
it's a fucking flyover state. There's nothing to do
no,
but drink,
yeah,
and
that's-
you get fall and you
yeah.
get football. So
About it.
that's pretty much it.
yeah,
So, yeah, we don't know why these players can't stay out of trouble. I think it's pretty ridiculous. I mean, a lot of these players come from worse situations than we do. Like, they come from more poverty than we even are. You know?
right,
And then it's like you think once you get to this level, you learn to appreciate it and stop fucking up. And you see everyone else fucking up.
yeah.
You know? Like, why can't you figure it out?
And especially these guys that are like, you know, shit happens when you're young, when you're
Mhm.
19, you're 20, you get in the league. Okay, like obviously, like beating a woman or something like that. There's never an excuse for that. But you know, shit happens. You make mistakes. This and that. I mean, we both made mistakes when younger. But I mean, you're talking about guys sometimes that are like in their mid 30s and shit that are doing it. Come, you
Yeah,
know,
so
you've
you
been,
know.
yeah,
So, let's skip over. We're going to talk about the Dodgers for a minute. It was mostly just like an I told you so.
yeah,
Because if you were one of the 6.5 viewers we had last week, you know we were talking about the Dodgers and sucking them off and telling them how great, telling you guys how great they are. Just heard another cool Dodger statistic. They haven't lost a series since the beginning of June. And like the other
Insane.
teams, the next closest team has lost 6 series. I mean, it's just crazy. It just goes back to what we were saying. This is actually, I think, more impressive than what the Warriors have been doing for the last couple seasons.
it might
'cause
be.
It's baseball.
Yeah,
And this shit just doesn't happen in baseball.
yeah.
And then you just added Yu Darvish to the roster. It's just ridiculous. Oh, George is calling me. Cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what that is.
Mm.
So yeah, that's basically all we want to talk about the Dodgers. Just brush through that. But not to demean it. It really is really
It
impressive.
is. Yeah.
We're going to cover some college football for your gambling purposes. Last week we did the American Conference. This week we're going into the Pac-12. You want to start off?
Yeah, sure. Pac-12. It's definitely an interesting one for us because it's our favorite conference to watch. I think it's to me it's the most exciting conference. I mean, it's not the best conference. I mean, look, I don't give a shit if you like the SEC or you hate the SEC. The SEC's been the best conference for the last
There's no
15
question
years,
about
and it's
that.
not even close. And you know, the people around here, SEC, they hate them.
bias.
Yeah, SEC bias.
There is
Well,
an SEC bias.
Yeah, there is an SEC bias because they're the fucking best
Because
conference.
they're the best conference.
And you know, until you and I get okay, Ohio State beat Alabama that one year, whatever.
Oh
like
God, you'll never hear the
Yeah.
end of it.
until you get the SEC, you know, losing to these other conferences consistently, they're gonna be the best conference.
Especially once you get to bowl games, the SEC
Yeah.
just rolls. They dominate.
Yeah.
And it's because, like, yeah, 2 losses at Alabama does hold up better than 1 loss in the Big Ten. Like, it just does. It just means more. I don't care if they lose their fucking Iron Bowl against Auburn and they lose to LSU. Those are 2 better losses than anything the Big Ten's gonna have, unless
Right.
it was to Alabama.
Right.
I mean, that's just the bottom line.
Yeah. So we did the Pac-12. I think we both agree that USC is going to be the team to beat in the Pac-12. Now
For the record, I'm going to say that USC is going to be in the playoff, and I think they're going to win it all.
They might.
I want to get the jump on this one. Like,
Yeah.
It's the Dodgers boat. I
Yeah.
want to get it out there.
Right.
We like credit for shit.
Yeah, give us credit. If we say something stupid, tell us about that too.
Yeah.
But I think we have USC going 12-0 now.
Running the table.
That's our second team now, and we had a South Florida last week, and we have USC this week, both going undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a couple conferences we haven't looked at yet, but they might be the only two teams. They might not, so we'll see.
We'll keep you posted on that.
Yep. So is it the South?
It is the South.
The South. We have USC at 12-0. Utah and UCLA, we have at 8-4. UCLA, I think, bounces back this year.
Mm-hmm.
They Josh Rosen should have. I don't know. I mean, the guy's been under the gun his whole.
He's had a tough go, and plus something that I've always said is if you think about all the stupid shit. I used to say it, and I hate Johnny Manziel, but I don't anymore. I did because I'm a hater. But he got so much flack for how his career went down. But if you think about how you were as like a 20-year-old, 21-year-old kid, you were just as dumb as him. I mean, now imagine being rich, being from oil money, being one of the best college athletes of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, how would you handle that situation? I do the same shit, and I do the same thing as Rose. I actually thought it was awesome. He had that hot tub in his room with those wings.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Fucking eat wings off your tits in a hot tub. Yeah, right now. I would. I don't
That's
care.
great. We gotta listen. If you guys make us famous, I will get a hot tub for this place,
And I will eat wings off his tits.
Yeah, it's a
I
deal.
promise you guys can
it's
watch.
a
Girls,
deal.
you'll love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's perfect. Let's at least get through the South before we got to go to break.
Okay.
Go to break.
Yeah.
That's good. We're gonna have a commercial in about 4 minutes. So.
So we got Colorado at
so
6-6.
We breezed by it real quick. USC, Sam Darnold's your best quarterback in the country this
Right.
year. I don't care if he wins a Heisman or not. He's the best quarterback in the country.
And they're stacked on talent. They're gonna have.
Yeah.
I mean, they lost a lot of key players, but they just reload.
Utah brought in Carrington.
Yeah.
Carrington.
Yeah, they brought
from,
Carrington
from Oregon, which is a big loss for Oregon, and shows you the direction that program's going with Taggart.
Right.
It's already getting ugly. UCLA, we talked about, has Rosen, has Soso Jumbo also at running back, which we love him.
He's gonna be a
what's he,
stud.
junior this year.
He's a junior, yeah.
So you're returning at your two most important skill positions. You're returning two studs. So I think Jim Moore is going to be under some pressure too to finally turn the corner. It's hard to say that 8-4 is turning the corner, but Pac-12's tough this year.
They are.
And they won 6 games last year, maybe even less.
I think they went 4-8 last year, didn't they? 5-7, something like that.
It was something like that. It wasn't impressive. So
No.
we're expecting a turnaround from them a little bit. Next, we got Colorado with Mike McIntyre. They've done pretty good for the last, at least last year. They were one of the better teams in the Pac-12. This year, we haven't taken a step back. They're losing Lou Fowl.
Yeah, and they're I mean, he was their whole offense last year.
He was.
And I think they're still going to be competitive. I mean, 6-6 isn't bad for a Pac-12 team, or for any major conference team. You're going to be bowl eligible. You're going to be in a bowl game,
Especially for the duration of depression that's been at Colorado lately. I mean,
Right.
They've been bad for a while. And it sucks. And they're another team, we talked about it last week, that left the Big 12 that
right?
arguably should have just stayed there and things would have been better.
Yeah.
So then next we got Zona State at 5-7.
We actually had Zona skipping them. We had Arizona at 6-6.
Oh yeah, we do, huh?
And then we had Zona State at 5-7. Arizona's the way their schedule works out. I mean, they're always a weird team. I mean, you could count Arizona every year to even if they don't have a good team, they're going to beat one or two teams they shouldn't. And that goes back to Stoops and to that era and now to the Rodriguez era. So I don't know. I think we had them beating Oregon at Oregon the next to last week to get bowl eligible.
To get Rich Rod to keep his job, because that fucker keeps every job. I don't know. He keeps it all too long. Why was he even at Michigan? That never made sense. It was stupid. And then we have Zona State coming in last, then at 5-7. Both those teams are going to give you a weird win that they don't deserve having. We hate them both, honestly.
Yeah.
Those helmets for Arizona are sweet, though.
Those are really
crimson
cool.
shiny helmets.
Yeah.
We're such a sucker for packaging.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man. If you have a cool uniform, we're probably going to like you.
Probably.
That's why most of the teams we hate have ugly colors.
Exactly.
The Browns.
Yeah.
But we're going to shut this portion of the video down and start up our next half. So hopefully you're following. Has this been like shrinking the whole time? I feel like I have to keep going down.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Kobe's not in the picture anymore.
Yeah.
That
What the
fucking
hell?
pig strikes again. God damn this thing. All right, we'll see you guys back in a minute.